But let's talk about the evidence that Christianity does indeed change your life. Is there some evidence of it? Let me give you at least like two evidences. The first evidence is the evidence of ancient Christianity. What about at Christianity's birth? What about mid-first century, the first generation of Christianity? What happened in those people's lives? You know, the Acts of the Apostles, the book of the Bible, is a historical record of the very first generation of Christianity. It just sort of describes what began to happen in a generation as a result of Christianity being born, Christ's death, burial, resurrection. People have embraced that, and then the change that began to make in their life. And so in Acts 17, there's just like a little glimpse of it. You get this glimpse of it. And so the Apostle Paul and his companions are in Thessalonica. They're on this missionary journey. They've been going from city to city, sharing the gospel. People's lives have been impacted in the most phenomenal ways. Miracles actually happening. People's lives changed in incredible ways. And so it's creating such a stir, and it's creating such transformation and creating such change throughout the region that once they come to Thessalonica, people are ready to attack them. And in fact, a part of the mob yells out, "These men who have turned the world upside down have come here too." There's this impact that it was making. And I can only tell you that when Christianity suddenly came on the scene in the middle years of the first century, the converts they came to live radically different lives. In fact, such radically different lives, there is no psychological or social explanation for it. They all fall away. In the first two centuries of Christianity, societies were changed by these Christians, and there is no rational explanation for it because they were not government leaders, they were not military dictators, they were not educated, they were not highly educated leaders of society. They were poor, they were unknown, they were rejected people with no influence, and yet the value system, the change in their lives absolutely transformed the societies around them. They were known for their incredibly selfless love toward others, when in the Roman Empire, love was seen as a weak virtue, a weak characteristic. They were known for how they took care of the poor in a society that said, let the poor take care of themselves. They were known for staying behind when plagues came into a region, and everyone in the villages, the towns, the cities would flee the town in order to save their own lives, and Christians would stay and care for the sick, and they would die themselves in order to care for others. What explanation is there for that? They were known for rescuing baby girls left out to die of exposure because the culture found it really acceptable to just throw them away. They were known for buying slaves out of slavery and taking them into their little spiritual communities and actually lifting them up as leaders in these spiritual communities. Hospitals were invented by Christians. Orphanages were invented by Christians. And done in the middle of societies that would have no value for them at all. Their lives were radically changed. The evidence of ancient Christianity, first generation Christianity.